Hello and welcome back to Rimworld. As you may notice, we have the leadership mob back. That's right. It appears we have to choose our type of government. I don't want a democracy. I'm going to click OK. I don't know if that'll get me the dictatorship, but I'm just going to hope for the best there. And if we can, we're going to get Rusty to be our autocratic leader, because we cannot have a democracy when, in fact, we are trying to run the greatest law firm in the world. That's not exactly acceptable. Anyway, we'll figure it out soon enough. What did I just click? I don't even know. There is a gazelle that was self-tamed. I think we're trying to off that. Somebody kill that gazelle. Nobody likes gazelles. We're not going to have gazelles in our colony. What do you want about? Anyway, off of the whole, there are gazelles everywhere. As has been the thing for the last, I don't know, ever, we are working on creating the full-on Rusty law firm. We've got the nice receptionist area, and we're starting to work on the initial offices so that people can start moving in soon enough. Man, this place is going to be just the best. If we could get, like, swish carpet flooring in here, I'm going to tell you, swish carpet flooring is where it's at. So, let's see. Right now, we need to work on the whole getting stone cut and stuff. Zaif, I'm pretty sure that's part of your job, but I think you're also cutting steel, which is arguably an important part of the colony. I mean, we are trying to build solar generators here. We kind of need some power so that we don't all die of heat stroke. At least last I checked, I mean. Admittedly, I didn't check very recently, but it does appear to be 28 degrees Celsius out here in the middle of the desert, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to get any cooler than this, because it's the middle of the night right now, which is, you know, that's usually the coolest part of the time in the desert. It doesn't really get much cooler than the middle of the night. What we're gonna need is enough power to run these coolers ad infinitum, especially this one, because currently it is 3 degrees Celsius in there, and that is not acceptable. Drop it down to -10. I would like this to be freezing cold, literally, and metaphorically. I mean, I think once it's literally freezing cold, it doesn't really need to be metaphorically freezing cold. It's kind of basically the same thing. There we go. Come on. Get it to -1C. I know you can do it, cooler. There we go. -1. What is that? Is that a dry thunderstorm? I do not want to have to deal with dry thunderstorms here. Where's it happening? It's a good thing there's, like, basically no brush in the desert, or else we could have problems with that. Actually, you know, outside of building stone walls, it does kind of... okay, I'm going to take it back. I was about to say outside of building stone walls. That seems to... Everyone, firefighting, especially you, Zaif. Don't be that guy. Go put the fire out. Gonna need to get people up. Of course, Rusty's not going to be doing anything because Rusty needs his beauty sleep to be the CEO. Again, as I was going to say... I was going to mention how apparently being in the desert is the best defense against massive forest fires that you can possibly have outside of stone walls. However, then our colony lit on fire, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to take that one back, you know? Just a small thing. Rusty has immediately... He did help out, but he has immediately gone back to just doing his research because he really doesn't care in the slightest. Dude, you're not going to die of, like, heat stroke in there, are you? I'm pretty sure it's pretty hot in that room. Yeah, it's 40 degrees in that room, man. Mostly because it was recently on fire. Rusty, just saying, you probably shouldn't sit in recently on fire rooms. Definitely not currently on fire rooms, but I feel like that's a much less common occurrence than the recently on fire ones. Do we have enough steel for one of these solar panels yet? Zaif? Can you speed it up a bit, mate? I know that's not technically what you're supposed to be doing in this colony. You've got other colony jobs, but, you know, it's kind of important that we get the job done. Fleming, you taking that down? Good for you, Fleming. Please don't get hit by lightning. If you get hit by lightning, that'd be ridiculous. I don't even know what would happen if a colonist got hit by lightning. I'm pretty sure it would be immediate and terrible death. Or immediate and very swift death. I don't really know. I mean, I figure getting hit by lightning is actually a pretty quick death. Strangely. Anyway, we don't need to dwell on that. Fleming definitely doesn't need to dwell on that, as she is currently the one who is most likely to be hit by lightning, given that she is standing right next to the windmill, which is also doubling as our lightning rod in the colony. Not really, but, you know, we try. Oh, there we go. We got some more power going on here. With that other solar generator up and running, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to make more than enough power for the entire colony. And then at some point, somewhere down the line, we'll get a geothermal generator, which I swear will be a good idea. I mean, it's always been a good idea in the past, and batteries are kind of the worst, given their whole propensity to blow things up. Oh, batteries, why do you have to work against us? Fleming, what are you doing? Are you getting agave? You're harvesting a poplar tree. I guess it is true that you don't actually have any form of stone blocks to work with. So, Zaif, if you could stop doing all of this mining, because I'm having none of that. You need to get to making some stone bricks so we can build the beautiful, the one, the only, the Rusty Law Firm, which will eventually be a dictatorial wasteland, or wonderland, depending on how you want to view it. Pretty sure Rusty would view it as a wonderland. And that'll be just beautiful. Oh, man. Okay. I guess the whole being in the desert hasn't protected us against every terrible forest fire, because this is definitely a forest fire right here. This is not what you want to see. And given that we're in the desert, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any sudden rainstorms. I mean, could be a thing. I don't know if we're in the rainy season or not. In fact, I don't even know if this desert has a rainy season. Just saying. We are in Jugust. Ugh, Jugust. That's disgusting. But anyway, it's the middle of the summer, so I'm pretty sure there's no rainy seasons in the middle of the summer. Yeah, we're just gonna have to hope that maybe there's the off chance that the world becomes so hot that it can no longer sustain fire. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing that can happen, but I'm holding out for it, because I don't want to have to put out these giant flames. Ooh, what is this? Burned trees? Oh, this is new. Can we get stuff out of this? Hey, Fleming! Fleming, you're resting? Okay, fine. I want to see what happens when we cut down the charred burnt tree. Oh, it's gotta be awesome, right? We get, like, charcoal. We can use that charcoal to, like, I don't know, paint our faces for war. I can't really think of anything else to do with charcoal, oddly enough. This colony really doesn't have many uses for that. Given that we have the nice electric stove, which I imagine took a lot of effort to build from literally nothing. Last I checked, they don't actually have any building tools. Guys, do you have building tools? Do you just not show it to us? Rusty, do you have any? Pretty sure Rusty wouldn't have any. I mean, even if he started with some, he would almost immediately give them away to whoever was actually doing the work. Mostly because he doesn't want to carry them around, because his arms are, like, basically vestigial at this point, because he never uses them. He's that kind of office dude who's just, like, he doesn't even know. You put him in a farm field and he's gonna die, like, immediately. Probably from, like, typhus or something. Pretty sure you don't get typhus from standing in farm fields. But you know what? If you could get typhus from standing in farm fields, Rusty would definitely get it, and he would die pretty quick. Jagged, why are you out in the middle of the street? Somebody kill that gazelle so Jagged can have his spot back. Jeez, nobody likes that gazelle anyway. What's that gazelle's name? Gazelle 1? Oh, hey Gazelle 1. Guess who cares about you? Nobody. Our chincha. There are 2 gazelles in the colony, actually, and they both need to be Who's gonna do this work? Who's gonna kill this creature? Whose job? What does that even count? Is that handle? I think that's handle. Let's get just everyone on there. Especially you, Rusty. Actually, Rusty, you do the job. Rusty is the kind of, like, psychotic dude, isn't he? He knows what he's up against. He's definitely gonna off those gazelles like nobody's business. Come on, Rusty. Get up. You can't sleep this long, Rusty. I know you're a CEO, but you gotta, like, early to bed, early to rise makes a rich or whatever you say that. Yeah, good job, Rusty. You off that one nicely. Ooh, good on that one, too. Ooh, Rusty just does not care. You can stop being a handler now, Rusty. You just had to kill those things to prove your dominance over the colony? Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's put it that way. Is anyone doing cooking? Looks like Dahlia the Oaf is the #1 cooker, and she is doing some cooking. That's good. We could use those gazelles being butchered up, just saying. I would like that. That'd be beautiful. Oh, okay, we also need to get this airlock system set up because it is not remaining cool in that room right now. Pretty sure wood is not exactly what you would call the most insulating of structures, but you know, you got to use the resources we have, and given that we have quite a bit of stone, but we can't use that because that is specifically for the law firm, so it looks as swish as possible. And quite frankly, if you have a law firm that doesn't look swish, you might as well not have a law firm at all. Swish law firms are where it's at. And not Swiss, swish. I wish I had a Swiss law firm. I don't even know if that's a good thing. Has anyone ever heard of a Swiss law firm? Is that something that we want to aspire to? I know if we were a bank, we would definitely want to be Swiss, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing about law firms in the books. Okay, we're gonna get this hallway all set up with the tiles as well. Some nice wood flooring down the middle, some marble tiles on the sides to accent. Oh, you guys are really, really gonna be living it up in here. I can't even begin to express how amazing it's going to be. It's definitely gonna be a lot better than living in here because this is currently just a pigsty. It's just a ramshackle structure. Nobody's having any of it. This, you get all the room in the world. You're gonna get like a standing lamp, probably, if I'm nice. Yeah, you're gonna have some sort of desk. You have to have a desk somewhere. That's definitely gonna be a thing. Where are we actually gonna put everything? Should probably make a template room. So obviously, if this is gonna be some sort of office area, we're gonna need like a table, and it's gonna have to be in front of the door so people come in and they immediately see the people who are working. So we'll have like that. We'll have a nice, I guess, dresser along here. Yeah, you want to go with that? No? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. We're gonna have a dresser, and then of course we need a bed, which is gonna be made out of marble because apparently we don't have any marble right now. That's okay, we can work on that. We'll get that done. Zaif! Where's the marble, Zaif? Come on, Zaif, let's go. I know you're literally lugging huge quantities of rock, but that is your life now, Zaif. You chose this, I think. He might have just shown up and then had this thrust upon him, but you know what, Zaif? I don't really care. That's your problem, Zaif. It's not my problem. I'm watching you, Zaif. I'm watching you. Look, we can't trust Zaif at this point. I'm pretty sure he's looking for some sort of uprising. He's the peasantry, in essence, although not actually the peasantry. He's the working class. And the working class is always looking to uprise in one way or another. So we really need to watch out for him. Okay, so we got a dresser. We got a bed. We got a nice table. Is there anything else we need for, like, a good office? We do need drawers of filing cabinets. Oh, heck yeah. I didn't even know you could have filing cabinets. It's amazing. What are we going to make it out of? Marble blocks? Yeah, probably. I don't know if I've ever seen a marble block filing cabinet, but, yeah. We're just going to go with that. Which direction does this need to be? I can hardly tell. I think that's the right direction to be pointing out that way, and that'll be the template room for everyone else. Everyone will have a nice dresser, a bed, a table to work at, and a filing cabinet to stick their stuff in. Oh, that's gonna be good. Hey guys, how's it going? You just walking through, is that it? You're not gonna like stop off at the law firm, try to get some legal counsel? Jeff, I know you done some weird stuff, man. I mean, look at you, you're balding. That's almost certainly a sign that you've done something. Arguably. Anyway, Jeff, I'm sure you need some form of legal counsel. What, do you need, like, a defense against Fjellschmel, who's, like, trying to sue you for having punched Kevin in the face? I mean, we can try, given that, more or less, you literally did punch Kevin in the face. I can't promise anything, but we'll see. No? Okay, fine. Fine. Those are going to be our first clients. It was going to be great. Now we get nothing. Rusty, I'm sorry. I tried. You should try harder. You are the CEO. It is your job to do this kind of stuff. It's not so much my job. I'm just a giant omniscient voice in the sky, which you would think would hold a lot more weight, but ends up people don't really care much about the giant omniscient voice in the sky. In fact, a lot of people are scared to death of the giant omniscient voice in the sky. For good reason. It often yells just terrible threats at them. I mean, they're all appropriate threats, given that the people are generally in the wrong in the situation, but you get the idea. Okay, can you actually work on that airlock system first? Because that's kind of a lot more important than building up the law firm right now, because we do need food, and we need food for a long time to come. So, as much as you can do, that'd be great, Fleming. Thank you very much. I'm sure you know what you're on about. Can we get... We don't have enough materials for that yet. Zaif, I once again appreciate your mining capabilities. If you could go cut some steel out of the wall, or we're going to sue you for everything you have, which at this point is simply a bit of tribalware. But I can assure you we will take it off your back if necessary. We are heartless, Zaif. We will do whatever we feel is appropriate for the situation. So with just, I think, that one compacted steel, we should have enough to finish up the cooler, and that should make our walk-in system actually function, which would be nice. Just saying, I'd like to not have to suffer terrible food rotting, because that's kind of the worst. Dude, where are we going to put all the dead bodies in here? We're going to need some form of, like, back room where we store all the trash. And when I say trash, I mean the bodies of our enemies. So we're going to need to find a place for that. There's got to be a yard here somewhere for people to walk around in. I would figure if we're going to put a yard somewhere, it could be over here, because this is a lot of open space. Okay, can we put down grass? We can't put down grass, no. We could do some sort of like marble flagstone in there, but I feel like maybe this area could be a good yard for people to chill out in. And we'll just set up a nice wall along here, maybe like a wood picket fence or something. And then somewhere in the corner of the yard, we'll put a trash bin area, and that will be perfect. Okay. So we're also going to need cooling systems for the overall law agency, which is going to be a bit of a problem. I feel like that's going to be a lot of effort. You got smithing done? I appreciate that, sir. Could you do machining? That'd be great. I would like to be able to tear apart the terrible mechanoids that will eventually descend upon the colony. And by the way, colonists, if any of you didn't know that terrible mechanoids are going to descend upon the colony at some point, you should probably be informed of that. I'm pretty sure that's going to be fairly traumatizing if you aren't prepared for it. And you should really be prepared for it, because you're going to have to shoot them or be killed. Or both. You could shoot them and be killed. That actually happens more often than either of the others. But, you know, you'll be fine. I swear, sort of. We'll try our best. The last straw was you were hot. Zaif, you cannot have a mental breakdown just... Oh, well, yeah, okay. I'll take it back a bit. Zaif can have a mental breakdown because he's hot. Only because his room currently doesn't have a cooler in it. And is 34 degrees Celsius, which is pretty hot. That is very warm. Maybe as warm as the room I'm sitting in now. Questionable. Anyway, no, that's definitely warmer than this room. I mean, this room is pretty hot, but Zaif has it a lot worse. Especially since the best... Oh yeah, Zaif, why don't you just take a dip in the river? Pretty sure that water's going to be nice and cool. If you just take a little dip there, you'll cool down, you'll be fine, Zaif. Zaif apparently doesn't like water very much. I see how it is. Anyway, with the law firm coming along actually quite nicely, and the colony overall continuing to survive, however precariously that may be, that will bring us for now to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will return and continue the law firm, and hopefully I can figure out how to turn this place into a dictatorship. Can we do that? No? Oh, I want a dictatorship. Dictatorships are the best. Anyway, until then, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.